frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at... It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Play fake. Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Tackle.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
56, Mike, 56.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rosen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, Murray.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And the numbers for Latavius Murray last time out. 17 carries, 130 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Complete. Richardson has it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Paul Richardson. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him.
Play calls. I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
This one caught by Crowder. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On third down, Cousins. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a second down run for Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Rosen on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
Here's Rosen to throw. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, and it's third down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Rosen will throw. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A first down throw for Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Crowder now to return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, L.A. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Again, it's Murray.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's Kelsey on the grab. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
50's a month. 50's a month. Stay with your man.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A run. It's Murray. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Paul Richardson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, They're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Cousins. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Cousins on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
They go with Murray again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Middle.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. It's caught. Lockett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try to right side with Murray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run here with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop it.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. This is Murray. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Miami, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM and it said